so I done that same thing where I start a live and I'm not ready to start a live. And so I wasn't ready a second ago, I felt quite off, but now I'm feeling a lot better. Just gonna put stuff in the washing machine quick, just so it's all done. Yeah, sorry I came off the live a second ago, I just wasn't really up for it that second. But I'm gonna lock into the fingerboarding to do proper. I attempted to set myself up like another board, to be honest. Right, cool. That's all in the washing machine. Have a drink of water, hydrate. I'm gutted about the weather today, it's not too nice. As I said, today is where I want the iPads charged up and focusing on the bigger graphic, the skateboard graphic. Because with a skateboard you need to put way more detail into it because it's obviously bigger. And like at that point you do think like pixels and the drawing, size of the drawing really does actually obviously play a role in the quality of the board. So like, today I was actually tempted to sand down one of my boards anyway and put my partner on it because she wanted me to do it for a while, and to be fair I want to do it too. I don't know what it is. I'm like some days I'm good at fingerboarding, some days I'm not, and I just seem to be terrible when I'm trying to do it on a live. Anyway, let's give it a go. I need to already put new bearings in these, it's crazy. Hello Mum, welcome. Oh, I'm so rusty today. Why does it keep... Let's clean these bearings out. So it's an annoying thing, as a skateboarder, right? I understand having to clean out my skateboard bearings, but I would just say to people, buy new wheels, that's what I recommend. For a fingerboard anyway. You can change the bearings. I am so shit today, honestly. Oh, there you go, nice little switch flip. I generally might have to go away and have a warm up. It's still 9:30, I've got enough time, but it's just I lock in a lot better. I come back and then, well, fingerboard better than I am now. This board is being added as well to the store today, and there's a sale on, by the way. It's 25% off on all products. That's beanies. Is it all products? I think it's all products. Go check. Sorry, I sound rude, not in like. Go check it. I'm going to run my hand under hot water. Don't do this, Hope.
Does the arthritis is so bad for me?
Hope that helps a little bit. So I just run my hand under hot water quickly, and it gives me a little bit more mobility in my fingers. It might be a case of, like, as I say, it does take me a long time to warm up every day, which I'm trying to figure out if it's just arthritis or if it's just because I've only fingerboarded for like a year. Right? If it's skateboarding, I go out, I got ollies straight away. You know what I mean? The basics, and then maybe after like a 10-minute warm up, I might get like a kick flip or heel flip or something. But never takes this long, so I'm kind of guessing it's also the amount of time I've fingerboarded for and how long I have to spend making fingerboards as well, not complaining. It's painful. But everyone and their grand is better than me right now, I'm telling you. you guys. Alright. Bro, what is he doing up there? Alright, I think that's it. I think I have to do it, to be honest. Yeah, I'm gonna have to come off. I'm sorry, I know I'm like on, off, on, off, on, off. But I said I went to walk the dog, I came back, I started the live. I was like, crap, I'm gonna have a warm up. Because it's so vital, as I say, because I've got to sit here and talk. So if I don't talk, people just go. And it's understandable, I get it. But then it just feels pointless because I've got to I feel like I'm checking the live to make sure people are okay and I'm not being too boring. Yeah, I'm gonna go and lock in now. I'll be like 10-15 minutes probably. And it just means when I come back on, hello, sorry during the last minute. I will be back on in 10 minutes to fingerboard. But so I honestly can't wait to have like a proper workshop as well, because I'd skate in there too. I'd have the live set up, fingerboard, skate. Alfie. Sort of said it. Frankie, please stop. So my dog's being a nightmare. Just rest. You're the one that's messed up, not me. You can't have the sofa because you ruined it. It's worse than a child, do you know what I mean? When they don't do something like, no, you're not coming in here either. Being naughty. Being a fucking nightmare at the moment. But yeah, guys. So probably go have a warm up. So I'm not doing too bad already. Well, I shouldn't say that. Touch wood. But after a warm up, yeah, it should be quite good. Yeah, that's why I said, I was like, wait, what? Why didn't we say that? I did, but I was like asking, like, you want me to say this? Oh, why am I not waking up today? Normally I'm full of conversation and full of life and energy, and today I just don't have it. I really don't. Ooh, I want to get a switch front side flip or a switch back side flip. Any of them. I got one yesterday, which is really good. I will post a video. But clearly, it takes some warming up time. Yeah, that's it. Right, guys, I really appreciate everybody being patient and waiting around for me to be like really shit at this right now. But if people want to join me again back in, I mean, if you want to watch my last video, you'll see I can fingerboard quite well. I'm not terrible. I can at least do kick flips to tails, kick flips to blunts, nollie flips, switch flips, all these things into a lot of grinds. So yeah, and I have a lot of people want me to go out and skate. I think when it comes down to summer, I have to get like a dongle or something for like Wi-Fi outside, so I can actually do a live stream skating outside. Just I understand fingerboarding. It's why I like fingerboarding. I can do it. I can be on the live. I can do trick requests. But also got skateboards coming now. When I say coming, I make the skateboards. I don't want people to think. I always say I'm coming like they're coming to the store. That's kind of what I mean. But yeah, I'm gonna go lock in. And then, because I'm trying to lock in now while I talk, it just ain't gonna work. But if I lock in with like, so when I go skate, if I go skate park to mates, I'll lock in for like 20 minutes first, and I might like, you know, have a little chat, have a game of skate. But you wouldn't just go straight there and like talk and then try and have a game of skate. Like the wrong order to do things. But I wouldn't meant to start live. I just put the settings on there, the name of it, and then boom, click on. So on my other platform, it's normally. So I'm looking. I've lost something. Looking for it all morning now. Pain in the ass. But yeah, I will be back in. I'm gonna give it 20 minutes. Just straight up fingerboard, and that should be enough to lock in. And then, as I say, if you want to do it in this time as well, competition starts now. But I want people to tag me in their best clips that they've got. It can be an old clip, and the winner is gonna win. Probably this board, to be honest with you. It'll be a glow in the dark one because it's a glow in the dark board. But I'll charge it up quickly and show everyone. Yeah, it's a glow in the dark board. They're normally like 42 or something like that. Yeah, we're doing a giveaway. You're cool, thank you, I appreciate that. I'm feeling a bit tired today, a bit off, I don't know why. Like, I had about 2 hours sleep. It's probably, a factor. I want the most recent one, but I appreciate that. See what I mean? Compare it to my fingerboarding now. That was yesterday's, this evening's fingerboarding. I can't, like, I can, I'm close. It just, because of my arthritis, it takes me normally hours to warm up. At this rate, it's really pissing me off. Anyway, I can't even do impossibles or anything like that. I know I pop way too hard when I start fingerboarding again during the day, like, and then towards the evening I start to remember how light you have to kind of flick the board. Like with this one, I always say, like, instead of getting so rocketed, I try and focus on the flip and the carry. I feel like this was actually the way I was meant to fingerboard, because I'm a goofy skateboarder, so am I meant to be a goofy fingerboarder? Don't know what I was going to say, fingerboarder, then it probably makes sense to me. Varial heel was my favourite trick. Cool tricks. Yeah, they're not, but they are. I mean, I think the reason I can do them, and they're not like so clean, but I am trying to clean them up, so I do appreciate it, is because of skateboarding, so I kind of do have a understanding of the movement of a board, right? Because I always say, like, on a fingerboard, the only slight difference is, on a skateboard you pop and you slide and then you rotate and flick, right? But on a fingerboard you kind of do it all in one because it happens so fast. But you still learn, like, if you can skateboard, I promise you'll surprise yourself with fingerboarding. Just give yourself like an hour or two, and the days where it's rainy, wet, you're injured, or you simply just can't be asked, because I'm sorry, right, now I'm 25, I'm starting to feel it a little bit more, like, say if you had a really unrest. It used to be the case that I could literally have an all-nighter and still skate the next day, maybe. But now, bear in mind I've had a lot of injuries from skateboarding, so it's probably like wear and tear on my body too, but I get up in the morning and I'm like, 2 hours sleep, I'm like, that is not enough to do what I need to do today. I've had injuries like compound fracture, the bone came out my arm, slipped a disc in my spine, so herniated disc, tore my ACLs and my MCLs, and ripped meniscus, so really messed myself up. And they drain the body quite a bit of energy in a way, in the sense of, like, if you have a pain, you'll know what I'm on about. Can people still see it semi? No, not really. I'm going to go into the middle room 1 second. I'll show everyone all the glow in the dark boards in a second, but this is the one people have a chance to win. So, flip the camera around. It's how clear it is, man. You can make, it's not like an effect. I'm not like, so they still like kind of light up in semi-lit space. That's how bright they are. Obviously in a fully dark room, you can make out what the graphic is. That was like the whole point. And using paint would not have worked for these thin layers. It has to be a layering system that I did. Yeah, you can win this board now. As I say, I want to be tagged in the best clip. Then I'm going to sit there, review them in a video. I want people to put from like 1 to 10. And then I'll do like the average. And whoever picks like the best clip, you know, wins a board. You probably get wax as well and beanies. I don't know. There's a whole load of things. Oh, who's that? Oh, that was clean. That was real clean. See, sometimes it's like just zoning out for a second, so you have to focus. Don't focus too hard. It's like thinking's dangerous, you know that saying? Definitely true. So tag me in your best clips. If people can't afford a board, but they want a board, and you have a tech deck or something like that, but you're good at fingerboarding, just tag me in it, right? And I probably, like, as I say there, I give it like what day is it today? Give it to maybe like Saturday or Sunday or something like that. I think that's enough time. You know, you can even get an older clip, but just try and get it to be your cleanest one with a few tricks in it. And then, as I said, you have a chance to win a glow in the dark fingerboard. I mean, this one as well, which is a wider. This one's 34, or is it 36? And this is 37. No, damn. This might be 36. I think it is 36 millimeter board, glow in the dark skate addiction one. Because I had a board that I was going to show everybody that was wider. Because I've done 40 was my widest, I think. But I don't charge any more for sizes as well. So if one's 32 or one's 36, it won't be any more expensive. Like some things you go on, the trucks go up more by like a few quid each millimeter. I'm like, it's a millimeter, bro. What are you playing at? If anything, the wider the board, the cheaper it should be, because there's more material, but you're using the material anyway. It'll go in the waste. You've got less sanding to do. Do you know what I mean? You have way more of a sanding job when you have a thinner board. So I'm like, it's more work equals should be more money, but it's not. So I'm like, where does the logic work in that extra few millimeter? I don't know. This is why I say working on skateboards as well is a lot easier than fingerboards, because you work in millimeters on a fingerboard. So people go, oh, I use a sanding belt. But the thing is, I do have a sanding belt, right? And why is that glowing so bad? Mini sanding belt. But the thing is, by using that, there's a chance you nick it and go way too far down that. Then you can't just level it off. You have to take a millimeter off again each side. So then you have to account for that to make it equal. So if you go down 1 millimeter this side, say it's going to be 34. You've got to take one off that side, one off that side. You have to take it down to like 32, or then if you. And then I've done it before. I started to make it. I was getting stressed, going down either side, getting it wrong, and then I was like, shit, like it is so much more difficult than I anticipated. That is the truth of making fingerboards, but it's like they're amazing quality, man. I wish I had more trucks to set up more of my own boards myself. But it's like I have I think I have more than one set of trucks, but they're all over the place. Let me find the parts for my truck. I'll show you what I mean. There's one of the waxes, like a little chocolate bar wax. Base plate. But they're actually quite cute, man. This is the thing. I've got people who have bought the fingerboards from my business because they want the skateboards. They've helped those people have been the legends because they bought boards and don't even fingerboard. There was one guy, I'm not name dropping him, but it's funny. He was like, oh, my missus is like, why are you buying a fingerboard? Why are you buying it? And he was like, I'm just doing it to support the small business because you can have skateboards soon. He would say he would do me the same graphic. But when I do the same graphic, you get a discount. So if you have the same board, by the way, so anyone who's already got a board as well, good news. If you have the same graphic, when I release it as a skateboard, you get like a 50% discount on that skateboard, which is just, I mean, that's a bargain, bro. It's a jaw-dropping bargain. Can't beat it. I don't know where the other base plate's gone. But yeah, some of the most basic ass trucks you can really get. But doesn't make a difference. People get dynamics, people get these and that. Or, I know more about stuff now because I've done my due diligence. Is that the right word? I've done my duty essentially to sit there and do enough research so I know about companies like Pyro, and I know Slush Cult and Flat Face, and obviously Black River's like the main one, but Skull Fingerboards. It goes on, but it's like when someone goes, "What's your favourite movie?" and you forget all the films. That's kind of what that is. You know what I mean? What? I don't know what you mean by that, bro. I have a partner, if that's what people are referring to. They're going, are you straight? Like, you heterosexual. It's me and my missus. How lucky am I? But no, it's like not even the fact that I plays with toys and stuff like that. Well, I have a fingerboard company and a skateboard company mainly. It's not actually, I guess you say fingerboard mainly at the moment because I've made more fingerboards. Okay, bro, just have a good day, okay? What's that? Sad Aladdin something? Something. Au revoir. Okay. Terrible fingerboarding time. Ready? To lock in. Oh, I'm so rusty. See, fakie flip was the first flip trick I learnt on a fingerboard, and I don't know why I still can't do it. I can. I mean, it's when you start stepping away from other tricks to do other ones, that's when you start, if you don't keep up with certain tricks. Oh man. I want a burial here with that, like my favourite trick. Skateboard, fingerboard, anything. Sorry. Things will live in the shop. Yeah, please tag me your favourite, your best flips. There's got to be fingerboards here. Do you know what? We're going to do these skating two competitions. skateboards aren't ready at the moment, so the skateboard competition will be like, I don't know, next week or the week after. But if you want to win, one of the best things, and this isn't me saying this now, this is from other people. Been going for 2 years, I've made 700 fingerboards. They are some of the best quality shaped boards, especially, I'll show people blank in a second, people will know what I mean. Because other companies put them in the mould for like 8 hours. You need to leave them in the mould for 24 hours to fully cure. Yeah, man, they are quite valuable, to be fair. I'd say old school tech decks maybe less so, but the ramps can go for quite a bit sometimes, you know what I mean? Because they're quite sought after. But yeah, as I say, so this is what they originally were like. And now this is what they're like with the wheel arches, the concave. Lovely, nice, like really nice and thin. And it, as I said, now people have even said like these are some of the best quality fingerboards on the market, because I don't know why, but other people, I know bigger companies have got to pump out loads of boards. I understand that there's a supply and demand, right? It's high. But for me, I work more on quality than quantity. And if people want boards, truthfully, they will obviously wait if they really want boards. That's just how, you know, you don't have to just pump out. I'm not saying people do. You don't have to pump out crap just because loads of people want it. Because then loads of people go, well, this is crap. I mean, it's kind of logical, isn't it? So I'm like, sorry guys, you're gonna have to wait a little bit longer. And the people who do want the good product and stuff like that understand and see that I'm not about money, because I've said I've been making boards for a year now. I've been trying to perfect those skateboards, that is, fingerboards. I made 300 before I even opened up the shop, because I'm not one of those people that, you know, and I know a lot of people, you need to perfect an art of anything before you can try and be like professional, which is very true. And our professionals have like, what, 10 years of doing it, or it's your main source of income. So, but yeah, difference in quality control of the boards. Same mould, same wood, just different amount of time. You can hear the difference, right? Even, do you know what I mean? It's crazy. Like, and this is, there's a tech deck that I've got. I have no idea where it is. It's a wooden one of their wooden ones they've done. It feels the same as this. And I'm like, that to me is really shocking. But I guess tech deck, because they've got so many they need to produce, so they have a conveyor belt where it's just pressing them, heating it so it cures a little bit quicker, and then spits out the other end and then lets it cure a little bit. Because you understand, when it's not, two things with wood glue, or a lot of glues, they expand when they're curing. So when they're in the mould, they're pushed together. It can only either expand outwards or kind of just goes into the wood and it stays nice and tight like that. So it becomes really compact, like it absorbs into the fibres and then kind of proper moulds together. But the reason this sounds completely different and hollow is because there will be. There's like air pockets in it where it wasn't pressed for long enough. And I know for facts, I've asked other companies, how long do you leave in the mould for? You know, because I was like, how do you do the dots? I was like, look, I'll give you a bit of information for a bit of information. And they're like, oh, we leave you there. I was like, I'm only asking for simple information here. How long do you leave it in the mould for? And like, so many people will say like 4 hours, 6 hours, maybe 12 hours. But I like 24 makes sense. If I do do 2 boards now, put them in the mould, work on the 2 that I done yesterday, for example. I then come back exactly the same time tomorrow, the work day. So if I start them now, I can then put, you know, boom, get on with the boards easy. And then I work more on the quality rather than the quantity, because quantity just, that panics me, because you're pumping out stuff and there's way more chance of a risk of something going wrong, or splinters, or the cracking, or the, you know, the product needs to be perfect. It's like, or as perfect as a small business can still be. But I mean, when you really do compare the differences with the wheel arches and the concaves from the boards I started making, this one, to now, they are vastly different. And to the point where, like I said, dull, crisp. I mean, these are really crispy. I mean, you hear the pop, and they're 2 times durability, because I use wood that literally will do this. Go back to its normal size. Can you hear that? If that was the wood that other companies used, it would snap. Now, I understand with bigger companies, they have a lot of customers to do so. But at the same time, I'm like, yeah, but you also have a lot of money to buy it. I figured out the price costing. So for the amount of wood, to make 100 boards, you're saving about £100 per 100 boards if you buy their cheaper wood. Now, granted, if they're selling hundreds of boards a month, you're saving, but is that really worth the quality? But they're also, the second part comes into it, is the boards break quicker, so people go back and buy boards. Not one of my boards is broken. I've had nothing but 5-star reviews from customers. It's not because they like don't want to be nasty or anything. I think one person said one thing at first was like, I think it was one of my first boards. I think they said the bolt hole was a bit too deep to count the sinkhole, and I was like, you know what, fair enough. If you want me to replace the board, I am happy to do so. So, you know, small company. Bottom line. I don't know what you mean by bottom line, but am I being stupid? Probably. I need context with that because obviously I've just said a lot of stuff. Oh, I don't know what it is. Nollie flips are my favourite trick, hands down. On a skateboard, is actually a front side shove it, ironically. Oh yeah, I get what you mean now. Yeah, it definitely does. I mean, you have control over it, and it also leads that sort of people going, oh, I want the board, and they know that it's a limited stock. When you know you've got hundreds of them, it's like, I'll find one on Amazon or eBay at some time. But you will not find my boards anywhere but my store, or maybe a skate shop I sell them to so they can stock them. Sorry, 2 seconds. Weird ass noise. But yeah, in case there's people obviously want to stock my boards, which I know there's a few shops that want to. But like honestly, guys, we're growing alarmingly fast. We've gone from 250 followers to 3 weeks ago, 3.5 weeks ago, and now we're at, is it 1.09k, which is crazy. Really, literally 1.1k in 3 weeks. So I can't thank you all enough. That's that's why I've got giveaways. I mean, we're gonna hit a K soon. I'm gonna have to do another giveaway. It's crazy, another K. You know what I mean? Literally another 900. We've done that. The last 100 in about 2 days. So I'm like, oh wow, like in a week or so I'm gonna have to do another, like, it's gonna be crazy, man. Wait. Oh, 100%, man. So pre-order's a difficult one. I've done it before, and if anything went wrong, where I have 1 or 2 of the boards, it's a bit iffy, because I'm like, say if I mess it up in any way, I then have to go back to the drawing board like 3-4 days. It takes like print that board off, and so essentially today, so get all the wood, put it into the mold, leave it for 24 hours. So tomorrow I'll come back to it. It's 1 day. I can't do anything with it, obviously. Come back to it the next day, print a graphic on it because I print it on when it comes out the mold, not when I've sanded it, because I've realised how to save myself a bit more time. I can also add a bit more. So say if this had a darker back, actually no, this is easier. Say if this was like 40, the graphic was like this wide, but the main bit in the middle relatively the same. It's just the background that I can keep dark. So if I do want to make it longer, egg shaped, not cut it to the exact shape of the mold and slightly change it a little bit, I can. So it gives me that sort of ability to work with it. But because I also do the packaging here as well, and skateboards on the way, I've also made, they're not available yet, but glow in the dark fingerboard wheels as well, dual drum and stuff like that. And that completes, where's the box for a complete? That was a complete ad. It came when you open it up, had like orange tissue paper in it and a sticker on the top, skate addiction one. It was quite fancy. So that's what. So it's typically about 3-4 days, because so I started this one off on Friday and it was finished by Sunday, but I forgot to give it the coat this side, so it actually is another day delayed. But this one's like a nice little silhouette of a sunset. But yeah, from drawing, I get my iPad, I'll show people. So say if I spend 2 hours on the board, like on the art, 2-3 hours, I don't reflect that in the price because I'd have to charge so much more. Because an artist can do anywhere from 15 to 50 pounds an hour, which to me, I'm like, that's taking the piss, man. I enjoy drawing. So when at one moment I'm sat there doodling, free of charge, all good, and then I decide to be cocky and go, right, 50 pounds an hour, it just feels like it's taking the piss a little bit, you know what I mean? You're enjoying it. See, bro, that's just rude. Be polite. Go, can you do a kickflip, please? And by all means, I will do a kickflip. But yeah, did I do a kickflip? I've done plenty of kickflips. But it's like when someone says, do a kickflip, it's like, do one. That's my attitude now, after many, many years. Yeah, innit? For real, be kind. That's it. And I say it as it is. I'm not one of those people that, I don't sell out. I don't back down to people. Back down? Battered? Whatever it is. I was homeless, bro. I've been through a lot in my life. That's why I have a business at 25. Why did that rhyme like a Dr. Seuss book? I was homeless in life, and now I've got a business by 25. I'm gonna start spitting bars in a minute. But yeah, just be nice. Otherwise, I won't be nice back. I'm allowed to defend my business, my honour, my whatever, the integrity of my business. it's funny because I do shove it and they can't be like, kickflip, yeah. I'm like, bro, you can really fool people because not everyone knows what a kickflip looks like. Do a switch flip. Ooh, steezy. I don't know if people still say steezy anymore or rusty, but like, bro, I'm super rusty at the moment. But yeah, as I say, from all the packaging, everything designed, obviously the packaging's already done, but for the price I do it at as a small business, it's got to show that I don't care about money. I really, really don't care about money. That's what I'm talking about. Thank you, I appreciate it. And have a wonderful day yourself, do you know what I mean? Enjoy the weather, if you've got some that way, regardless. As long as, enjoy the rain, enjoy the snow. I know it's not probably snowing, but you know what I mean?
You've got to love every single day.
As best you can. Granted, I know it's annoying for some people to come on and see someone fingerboarding and that, oh, but you understand, when they're working, this is my business, how one I promote and connect to people. When I come off of this, the amount of paperwork that needs to be done sometimes, it's like, I've said to my partner, I'm just going to get a day job. It's like just so much. I've like had plenty of jobs, and I've had issues where people fire me because I went for a colonoscopy, and just because I came, if people in the UK, you know what I'm on about, probation period, and it's like where they can fire you essentially for any reason that they want to, just like doesn't need a real valid reason. But after you've been there like 3 months, you kind of got more of a solid. They have to give real reasons. I was about to get to my point of just literally got my own shift pattern the same day. My partner I told her called up and said tomorrow I'm gonna have my own shift pattern, shift manager, and then literally the same day the day before, sorry, I told my shift manager I needed a colonoscopy, just needed a day off, but I will be back in. It's all good. She was like, that should be fine. There's no issue with that. I mean, legally by law, it's an appointment. I need to go to it. They didn't tell me that's why they fired me, but after giving me my rota, the area manager came in about an hour later and went, Josh, we need to speak to you a minute. Sorry, we're gonna have to let you go. I was like, why? I was like, that was a mistake. They shouldn't have given someone in the office. I was like, normally when you fire somebody, it's a plan. You've been thinking. You like speak to the bosses. You know, yeah, I don't think this is gonna work. Let's try and remove him, or just anything. You don't just go straight from like the area managers or like all the other managers who are writing up the rotas and the shift are unaware of that. That just doesn't work out like that. And he said, oh, I heard like, you got colonoscopy. I hope that goes all right. And then in my head, I linked up later, like, I wonder if they're worried I was going to try and get sick pay or something like that and just try and rinse them for the money, which I wasn't going to. I'm not that sort of person. It's just cheeky as shit. They're a business. They don't deserve that. I wouldn't want someone doing it to me. It is what it is. It's like, don't do to others, treat others how you want to be treated. So I kind of like flipped out a little bit because I need this job, right? Obviously, I'm sick of being fired from work because like people find out about my diagnosis and they're like, it's biased. I said it's unfair, and he went quiet, and I think that made me even more like. And then I spoke to somebody a few months later who worked there, and he said, yeah, they were talking about it, and they said they thought you were a bit of like a flight risk, you're gonna get sick pay and this, and I was like, great. So instead of actually running around trying to show other people I'm worth it, I can work hard, just done my own thing, because sometimes in life people will not give you the leg room or the space to grow. They will like stamp you out, right? That's just how it is. So guys, let me read this. Oh, 100%. When I was going to say, like, the money at least can provide at the beginning, you can go at a reasonable price. You're a small business. Small business typically more, but I'm like, that's the issue. That's why they maybe take a little bit longer. If you're nicer to people and you understand, like, I've been homeless, so I could live through like a harder time. Do you know what I mean? That's just me. I'm happy to do that. And the thing it shows, you're not in it for the money. You're in it to be part of this community and providing that also. Do you know what I mean? It's like a real nice mixture. So it's not, to me, it is really not about the money in the sense of get up to pay to live, to get up to pay to live, where what are we paying to live is done, but to do something we want to do is very important. Like drawing for me, it brings me peace of mind. Skateboarding brings me peace of mind. So getting to be able to do these things. And the reason I also come on is just to inspire other people to hopefully maybe think, oh, I could do this, I could do that. I'm not, well, you can try fingerboards if you want, but as I said, I've had somebody before who spent so much money. He was, as I said earlier, he was kind of copying my graphics a little bit, and I didn't want to really say anything, so I was being nice at the time. I was trying to help him along, and he weren't releasing them. If he was trying to sell them, I'd be like, mate, that's a bit out of order, but he was just making for himself and maybe taking inspiration. But then I said, look, I don't want you to just do it because I'm doing it, because this works for me, it might not work for you, and that's just the same for everybody. And then I told him about this little old thing that you need to do, which is UKCA testing. Right, if you want to sell something in the UK, you need to get something. That costs a lot of money. That's like EN-71, which is to do with metal toxicology. I'm not going to bore everyone with it, but there's things you have to learn. I've done with business schools, things I learned since then. It's like since I had the business. But the guy was just like, I have to pay to have it on like tested and stuff. I was like, well, yeah, to make sure it's safe for the market. And he's like, nah, I'm good. He'd gone for a year while I was running it and just gave up like that. That's what I'm saying. You've got to really think about it. It's something you want to do. Don't just do this because it seems easy. Because I promise you, it's not. It will be easy when it's something you want to do. Easier. If it's something, I don't know how people run businesses and do stuff that they don't want to do. That would drive me insane. Let me find literally like, just 1 second. So I've got like my finished work. Here you go. And then on here, bro. So I can show people just some stuff. This is all good. Show how much work there is. So from old logos and ramps and stuff like making music, but ideal clients, invoices, main business plan, employee contracts, sponsorship agreement, skate addiction collab. I mean, there is so much paperwork. That's just some of the files that you have to do. And I've whacked out like 20 gigabytes of storage with files. Do you know how hard that is? Normally things are like kilobytes or megabytes. So to be able to write that out is honestly crazy. Oh yeah, man, it's cool. I don't mind sharing my diagnosis. So I have a few, and I can show people if they're going to try and like argue and say, I'm not saying you will, because you seem pretty chill, but it's people like, oh, bullshit about that. It's not. So I have PTSD, well, complex PTSD. I'll start off with ADHD, complex PTSD, BPD, sort of like, because it's linked with my multiple personality disorder, which is like just multiple personality status in the sense of like borderline personality disorder, but also antisocial personality disorder. Now that is arguably the one that's been renamed because people are like, what's antisocial personality disorder, right? That is a sociopath. I hate to break it to people, but stigmas, like media has lied to people too, saying that they're all, if you look it up, and I promise you this now, they go, all serial killers are psychopaths. They're actually not. Only 2 of them were. So I think that is the biggest injustice caused to people with my disorder there is. I deal with it. It's like, it's funny because people are like, ogre. I mean, they don't do that, but you know, that's what it feels like. I've been into rooms before, like, let doctors know and they've had to bring extra people in because they're worried. I'm like, bro, I'm not Shrek. I'm not an ogre. Big scaredy ogre. I'm not. I am a sociopath, but 1 in 100 people are. And as I said, only sociopaths and psychopaths are slightly different. One's born, one's created. I was created. I guess psychopaths could be a bit worse, but sociopaths typically own businesses. They're typically successful people, not the other way around. I mean, they can be like, yes, a lack of remorse sometimes, but sometimes, I'll be honest with you, you kind of need that in a cruel business world. That's the truth. But you just learn who you're crueler to and who you would pick a fight with in the business world, I mean, compared to, you know, that you don't shit on your customers. You treat them with respect. They hold you up. They're the reason you are where you are. You can't just think, oh, I've done this all on my own. Yeah, wow, you made boards, but does anyone care about them? No. Does anyone care about you? Do you know what I mean? It comes with the personality and the care and everything, and the charisma, everything. Oh, stomach acid's not great today. But yeah, and other companies I was going to work with, which would have made the process a lot easier, I've had to, I weren't going to sell out ever anyway, but I've now said, that's it, I'm working on my own. I don't mind sponsoring people, I don't mind being in charge, but I feel like I've got to do that, man. I appreciate that, I really do, man, and I really like sympathise with anybody with, it's now called emotionally unstable personality disorder, which is the best way to put it. You are emotional, but I hope to show people that with that, people don't know this, by the way, but BPD is considered in psychiatry the most difficult condition to deal with, live with, diagnose and treat. This is a fact, you can look it up. It's the pain sometimes, not to make other people feel bad who has got it, we deal with it, we're used to it. It can feel, apparently, and this is what a doctor said, it can feel like 3rd degree burns all over the body. You can look this up. The pain from BPD is so emotionally intense, but it goes physical. It really does wreak havoc. But on the other end of that, when you come out the other side, it's never like it fully heals, but it makes you a really strong person, really resilient, really durable, like mentally and physically, I guess. And also, I mean, really, to be honest, people are really surprised, but I think people with BPD can be unbelievably loyal because they don't realise people, it's like, they know how unstable they are, and if somebody's holding them tight and close, it's like, oh shit, yeah, you respect that person with everything you've got. Or other people, like, take life for granted, like people and things like this. With BPD, you're more likely to be like, you know, there are moments, we all have it, but it is like this realization. And you, for example, you know, I wanted to be with my partner. A lot of people would just never get sober. I was on opiates, benzos, like street stuff and pharmaceuticals. And my partner was like, look, you know, she didn't even have a chance. This is just real. And she was like, look, I said, well, you're more important than any of that. And as you know, I worked through it, and it did, and it's bettered my life in so many ways. And I thought that so many other people can do it. You need the right person, right support net, or just the right choices. You know, will make such a difference. Life is hard for everybody. Growing up, I felt like, oh, it's solely me, but then I really tried to, like, I travelled a lot, for one, and I tried to see as much, like, other people don't want to see stuff, right? I'm not talking about just that morbid stuff, but just being more like, after experiencing stuff, you really kind of wake up and you're like, wow, like, things are sugarcoated, but that doesn't mean you still can't have a nice life. It makes you appreciate it more in a weird way, because, like, it doesn't feel infinite. Life sometimes feels infinite. You know what I mean? Ain't you? Exactly. I said, bro, I am a medical boxing user, so I have it every single day, 5 times a day, to stop seizures and glaucoma and my rheumatoid arthritis getting any worse. I don't want to go blind by the time I'm 30 and have, like, I can't see anything. You know what I mean? That'd be me. But I'm not absolutely blazed at all. Like, my eyes would be red, they're white as anything. It's because I've got a crazy tolerance, man. Wait, I'm confused what you mean. Do you mean for him? Oh, but I'm honestly sorry, my brain is not working. It's nothing to do with being blazed. And to be honest with you, actually, no, it's far from opposite. I've not had anything really this morning, because I haven't really got much at the moment. But it's not all about, you know. Bro, I'm just saying, if you think that's blazing, you've never ever been to Amsterdam or around anybody that ever smoked, because these are not blazed eyes, like, at all. Like, you don't even understand. Go look up what that is. That's bloodshot, red, glassy eyes. Mine are none of those things.
Oh, sorry, I just find it funny because people really aren't versed or educated very well, are they? Well.
It's the whole point of, like, bro, being blazed. Even if I was blazed, which I'm not, which, I mean, realistically, I probably should be, but as I say, I have a high tolerance. The thing is, you probably are, you just don't see it. It's still in your system. But yes, I'm a medical user. But am I lazy? No. No offence to all the people who've been loving, supporting and respectful. But the people who are sitting there telling me I'm blazed, I'm working, and you're watching a live. It's the same people that say get a job. I'm working, you're watching a live. I mean, seriously? No, I'm actually the opposite, bro. It's quite funny. I'm upset because I can't get stoned anymore. So when people turn around to me and go, you're blazed, I'm like, well, no, I'm not. I'm medicated. Like, people know exactly what I'm on about. If you had it for a long time, does not touch you at all. Oh, bro, I'm not. I'm just you. You're annoying me. Bye-bye. Au revoir. You know, time to stop hating on the library. It's not... People, right? I have hope and faith, like, my little community, my little section. It's not my community, but the area that I clearly have, with the business of the people, you filter through them by saying things that you know people will agree on, people won't agree on. Because I don't want 2 million followers or I'm not saying that would happen, or even like if all of them are going to be knobs. That's it. Because I want a place where everyone feels like, yeah, you can't. I'm not gonna. It's not like, what do you call it? I don't know how to describe it. As I said, I'm a sociopath. I don't stand for shit. You know, I don't stand for shit. But at the same time, I'm not nasty. It's like, right, put it this way, you can have a nice club, right? Everyone's trying to have a good time inside, but there is a bouncer to throw someone out if they're being a knob, right? That's just how it is. Same goes. And I don't need to, but so many people, I won't do it. I ask them not to. So on this platform, it's not happened yet, but so many people, if you come in live and say something about me, I have on my ones, like what, 3K or something like that, and they are like vultures in a good way, in a respectful way, but I'm not in a good way. I don't know how to describe this, bro, but they will literally fly into your DMs, right? And they will not stop. And they will, there's been people that message me, like asking me, can you get them to stop messaging? I've said, I have. I've put out messages. I can't help if other people feel defensive over somebody that they like. That's not my fault. You shouldn't come in here and spew negativity. That's another good point. Oh, bro, that's a good one. So I used to like football. I did, but before I kind of went back in skating, I'd honestly probably say Ronaldo, to be honest with you. Don't get me wrong, Messi is good. You know what I mean? But I feel like, to be fair, they've both gone past their prime. I can do kick flips, yeah. I can do switch flips. I've done to a primo then, but still. But like, it's not. Oh, I'm not even gonna get into negativity. It's not even negativity, bro. It's just. There you go. It's just drama, online drama. Like I said, this is a community I'm building that's like just going to be pretty much peaceful people. I mean, when I say peaceful, we all have our issues now, but it's people that try and be respectful at least. It's not hard to be a nice person. Be respectful, right? You have every right to defend yourself. I'm not saying it's like one extreme or the other, but yeah. Oh, so that's a good question. I literally could. I mean, if you watch any of my YouTube shorts, you'll kind of get a feel for the music I kind of like-ish. But I mean, I can go from literal Green Day or, I don't know, Beach Boys to the Beatles to David Bowie to, I don't know, hip-hop and, I mean, like, Tupac and, like, Biggie occasionally. I don't know, really, I just move all about. But since everything that's happened with the industry, I'm a bit like, yeah, I'm not sure who I feel like I can listen to anymore. Yeah, I do love my oldies music. I say my oldies music, like the golden times, man, like the 60s. David Bowie's like that's kind of the starts he goes up to. When was his last album? Was it called Lazarus? I can't remember. Yeah, my God, rest in peace. What a legend. What an actual legend. It's people like that you just don't have anymore. But yeah, most of my music, the reason I don't do it is because people will be like, really, why are you playing this? Like, people don't. I won't do trending music, but at the same time, I will fall for that, like, middle ground. If it won't always be the music I 100% like, because I know for a fact people don't like it, right? Do you know, like, there's a song that I like, which is MC Boom Funk or something, and it's like freestyler. People got to know that song, right? It's not, there is a song in it, but sorry, I've been looking for something for like last 2 days now, but yeah. For 4 hours, yeah. Green Day's good, man. I mean, I like things like Basket Case, and it's all when people go, "Oh, American Idiot." I'm like, bro, it's like the most known song there is. Like, can you not? I like Fall Out Boy. I used to like Slipknot, but I can put Slipknot now to a fingerboarding thing. So people are like, whoa, what's going on here? But people don't understand. Like, people are like, but it's screaming. I'm like, yeah, but that's his passion. The passion that they put into the music. Then, in a way, is crazy because you know that they are feeling that. There's a song called Snuff which I really really like, and he does I've seen him live. Corey Taylor do acoustic, and it is honestly incredible. His voice is amazing. Like, regardless, like, yeah, he uses it to scream and stuff, but that's like saying, I don't know, Michael Jackson sounds like a bit of a, hi everybody, I'm just gonna go party, like that. But I mean, an amazing voice, amazing singing voice. So yeah, I don't know how else to describe it really, but music these days, same three chords, industry plants, people that look like models shaking their ass in a video just to try and get views. That's all it is. No talent. Like, what happened to Dave Rez? No cars, no alcohol, no substances, no women, right? Just pure talent. Like, there's the Hey Jude, I love that song by Beatles, or Yesterday, or Here Comes the Sun, or, I mean, seriously, bangers, and everything feels different. Or Penny Lane, if you listen to that, it has a completely different vibe. It's like Penny Lane, I got that beat wrong in my head then, but you know what I mean? Bangers, bro, absolute bangers. And music, as I say, these days to me, it's just pure shit. I mean, it's on repeat, it's the same stuff, same beat, same backing track, same. I mean, you could literally get the same 3 chords and actually play them just slightly differently and then sing over it, and you would be able to go between all these songs. There's videos of people doing it. But you couldn't do that with older music because it was way more diverse. But what they do now, they realise they've tuned into what people like, so they repeat it to them over and over again in a different sort of formula, wrapped up in a different singer, and you know, it's the same shit. Put you on. Yeah, man. That's one thing I'll agree with as well. Is like Juice WRLD's freestyle was wild. I know I can literally do a lot of that. The one where he's doing to Eminem beat, right? And he goes for like an hour or like whatever it is. I can do that back to back, like no joke. Because how many times I would listen to it over and over again, and the fact that Eminem's like, he's like Eminem's like, I'm good, but damn that kid. He's, you know what I mean? And it's true. And another thing to say to people, it's kind of like always like breaking, but I've seen Juice WRLD and Lil Peep live before. They like, rest in peace, man. It's actually, that broke me more than a lot of things. Like even, well, I say I've lost mates, but I think it was also because we connected over it. Like I've been to concerts with some mates who I'd lost beforehand, and then they passed. It just felt like you was like all alone. It's weird how you build a sort of connection to even artists and see them potentially as more human, especially when, that's why I wanted to be more human. Be like, yeah, I've suffered with addiction and being homeless. Everyone acts like they're on this cloud of mightiness. I'm like, bro, you're like, no, you're not above or below anybody else. We're all in the same sort of thing. I mean, obviously there's people who do heinous things and crimes or whatever, but I mean, we're on a base level, you know what I mean? Mate, honestly, Mac as well. I never saw Mac Miller, which is really sad. I really wish I did, but they had, because Juice WRLD, was it Trippy Red or what? They used to do tours together a lot of the time. So it's one of those ones. But yeah, Mac wasn't on it. Skating. Yo, what's up? Yeah, I love skating, man. Most prolific freestyle ever. Oh, 100%. Like, I mean, bit from the bet to keep. First like a cheetah. I got parts of it in my head, but if I had it on in the background, I'll be able to do this. Oh, you maybe want to go listen to that now. I feel like I'm gonna have to. No, I haven't, to be fair, man. Get what you're describing as a human condition, friend. Yes, true. Very true. Well, I'm gonna try and have a scrapies, guys. I'm like losing my mind a little bit here. And then probably go to the shop, get out some money. Why is life expensive? As I say, I wanted to lock into fingerboarding, but I'm really struggling with it, and I think it's just because I've not actually had a proper, truthfully, right, yeah, I have medical, it helps me with my ADHD too. I have that ADHD resistant. Put on later. Damn right, man, it's so good. I'm gonna do it when I come off in a minute, to be honest with you. I think I will be back on. I think I've got, I don't even know what time I've got until today. It's probably like 1 o'clock, to be honest. It's 10:30 now. But I need to really start making a plan for like day of action, because it's because we're growing by 1 point every day on the lives, and I'm like, this feels like a good growth, and apparently it is. I'm like, I've got to keep it up. At the same time, I'm like, I have work to do. And it's funny because when people think you're so drained, like, bro, all you do is live stream. I'm like, bro, that's all you see me do. That's not all I do. Yeah, you can ask on this question. I'm Hawaii time, so I don't. Wait, is that I feel like that is a quote from like a quote. Yeah, I'm in the UK. Oh, you're Hawaii time. Fair play, man. That's quite nice. I'm in the UK. It's wonderful place. I mean, the country itself is amazing. The people in charge of it. I mean, you know, in this country they're arresting more people for Facebook posts right now than Russia and China combined. That's incredible, isn't it? Breaking news. I mean, so it is kind of, that's tapped. But this is the country that invented free speech in a way, not completely, but for like the West being like, you know, freedom of speech, freedom, free will. I mean, we all have it for a reason, right? And me for one, I will not be suppressed. I refuse to let that happen, because you should only be suppressed if you're a nasty person, potentially, you know what I mean? But what if you're not? Bro, you didn't ask the question, man. You just said, I love you. Am I scared? Of what? What am I scared? What am I possibly scared of, bro? I've already been pronounced dead before, right? I was, you know, I was unalived, whatever people want to call it, and resuscitated. Bro, I've seen like what's at the end in a way. There's just light and corridors and like beams. I'm good. I felt at home. How does it feel to? See, straight up, all I can say is, bro, it is my country, but it's not. My family moved here. I don't really feel I could just leave. I'm gonna get a boat soon. I'm not even joking. I am. My partner and me have already been talking about not buy it. I am just this is straight up me saying it. I am taking a boat, and I am leaving because I can't. I'm allowed to. Because, you know, same rules for one person, same rules for everybody. That's how I live. So, is that true? Wait, what? Oh yeah, people won't be hearing about it. You know what I mean? Because I mean, this is it's the golden great cover up. We are the #1 Sharia laws or whatever it is, and Islamic country in Europe, in the West. Happy days. It's gonna have GPS. What? Oh, the boat. I don't care about that. You understand? This is this will be at that situation where everything's gone completely tits up, and the government reach out on the radio and go, you can fend for yourselves with the spoons and forks you have in your kitchens, right? Yeah, England, bro. So he's like, we're talking about England here, right? England, like, yes, yeah, the blessing that Queen's not with us anymore, but I mean, you know, England, yes, England. I'm not joking. There's been so many arrests of Facebook posts in the UK this year alone, more than, it's not Soviet Russia, but yeah, Russia and China combined. It's dictatorships, bro. More than dictatorships. Wait, what's not going to happen? What, you mean the boat? Bro, I don't think you understand what I mean right here, because I'm not saying I'm just going to go hop on a boat and be like, yeah, my boat. Like, I'm talking about when people were running in all directions. You've seen Fallout. I'm on about, like, not necessarily when that happens, because I don't think it will. I think it's a scare. But with everything else, I do personally think, I mean, they're not going to be worrying about a boat. But I'm so confused what you guys are actually getting on. Like, you know what I mean? I was born in Wales. No, I know. But, bro, no, what I'm getting at is, say when, because it can happen. You know, you have to fend for yourself. That, like, they're not, if you live in the UK, people understand. I can't say any more than this. I can't. I just can't, right, at the end of the day. But the amount, I'm not even Jewish by faith, but the amount of anti-Semitic comments I get every day is crazy, right? So people think I care. I would rather illegally be alive than legally dead. That most people can agree with that. So yeah, cool. Like, if it means I can get my partner to do it somewhere else on a boat and then I get nicked, so be it. But at least my partner and everyone I care about is at safety. That's the most important thing to me, right? People don't understand. Like, well, people do understand, but I mean, a lot of people in the UK don't. Wait. Oh, awful. Absolutely awful. You know, they don't like each other right now. He's like, but I'll be honest with you guys, what makes me laugh is he's like, we're not helping you guys out again. What about World War I and World War II? We fought those for a long time before US turned up. And then go, but it wasn't our fight. But then couldn't we say the same about this? Like, how can you sit there and be like, do you know what I mean? Like, people don't realise the dilemma you're in. If you do something, there's something called a super cell. People know what that is? Right? Seriously? You can't just do something and then, because I mean, this country's, bro, I can't even say anymore. It doesn't even matter. It does not even matter, bro. It doesn't even matter. Because I said I'm not even going to be here long. When you've got a country who's destined to just sabotage itself, there's nothing you can do to help it. I'm one man. Do you know what I mean? I wish I could, but everyone else is just honestly on self-destruction. I would literally go somewhere. I've been homeless. I would literally farm off the land. I would get berries and trees. Like, I would, you know what I mean? And I would go there and then I would deal with, you know, there was natives wherever I've gone to, and I would try and like make peace. If not, cool, I've tried. Like, I think that's the way I see it in my head. And people can be like, well, you wouldn't take a boat because you get arrested, bro. In the UK right now, they're not even arresting people for small crimes. They can't, because there's no place in jail. They're letting everybody out for minor offences. They really are. So theft of a boat would be so minor, beyond minor, to the point where there's so many things going on. There'd be bank robberies going on. There'd be, you know what I mean? Oh, I know we have the power. I know, they make us, but I know we do. I'm just worried about everyone around me just crumbling. Do you know what I mean? Because that's all I see in some people, is just people caning in. But what people don't understand for me is people think I'm a bloody Jew. I am by heritage, but not by faith. So does that not mean that regardless of whatever I do, I'm not safe anyway in the world? No, I'm not. So of course there is a fight. There's going to have to be a fight from me and people like me. That's just unfortunately how it's going to have to be. I don't want there to be, but I mean, I'll fight to the tooth and nail, bro. Like, you know, we've got to fight so there's nothing left. That's just... My ancestors went through hell. Absolute hell. And now I choose to just not want to walk in any particular religion, just be a good person. I'm still tied to crap. I can't be bothered with it. So, of course, there's always going to be a fight there, unfortunately. But I do believe I have the power. But, I mean, the reason I worry as well is because I've actually had racial, like, against me by other English people since they found out I'm not actually English. I'm like, really? But I want to go live in a mountain, like on an island in the middle of nowhere, away from everybody, and just be done with it. That is the plan if everything goes tits up. Right, I'm not living in a place where they obviously can't illegally defend yourself. You know, you get arrested for using swear words. I mean, seriously, come on. That's just it's ridiculous. It's the ultimate control, and it's flipping traitorous, mate. It's fully treason. That's what it is. It's treason. Did you know this? I want to let people know this. The emblem for the Fabian Society is a wolf in sheep's clothing. And if people want to know what a wolf in sheep's clothing is, just go look up the symbolic meaning of it. I feel like it's quite obvious. That is who is in charge of our country. That was their emblem. They literally have a banner. They must have a banner going, "We're going to lie to you." But no one cares. No one. And people go, "Oh, bro, you're going to do so." Oh, shut up. Truthfully, people is shit, yes, but no. Have the option, I guess, of, I mean, I don't even can't even say it. But the point is, there is no option for me. And people go, you know, if you're smart enough, you'll figure that out. Not you, sorry, people, because, I mean, seriously. It's literally me versus the world right now, because this whole world's just full of anti-Semitism. But I'm like, bro, I just want peace, I want love, I'm not trying to do anything bad. I'm not linked to anything. I'm just me, you know what I mean? We're all born, we all do what I mean. Thank you, bro. Do you know what? God bless you, man. Whatever God, that's what I mean. It could be, it could be Jesus. It could be. I'm not straight up. I do believe in Jesus. I do believe he's. My brain's all over the shop a bit. Well, it's confusing, but man, I really appreciate that comment. I'm gonna screenshot because I've got to show my partner that, because to me it's so nice to be like, look, there are good people in the world. I mean, if you are trying to be a nasty person and use Zionism or anything like that as superior, yeah, then no, I don't agree with it at all. I don't agree with anybody trying to like overdo anybody. Like, you're only as good as what you put into the world, and it is really crap to have, be a target for violence. And I've be honest with you guys, I've lost mates to knife crime, like knife, in London. I've been attacked 7 times, and luckily I'm still here. But I mean, yeah, it's a weird one. I mean, literally, Trump's offering asylum to British Jews. I mean, like, that's not happened before like that. It's wild. But I'm not scared. No, like people say, am I scared? No need to be sorry, mate. It's not you. It's not. It's like, I mean, even Sneeko and all these other people are pushing this ideology that they have no idea about. Because I believe if anybody, regardless of who you are, you commit an atrocity or you believe you're above someone else and you put them below you and you're a bad person. Doesn't matter what you believe in or what you do. You just disconnect all that for a second. You're a person on this earth like the rest of us, grain of sand, dust. And I mean, truthfully, I say I don't agree with any atrocities committed by any people on a mass scale, or not even one person, let alone mass. So when people go, what's your stance on this or stance on that? I don't have a stance. I have a stance to sort it out, get your shit together because I'm sick of the drama. Years and years on. Do you know what I mean? Like going Auschwitz and stuff like that, people can't even understand the pain, bro. I can't. But obviously having ancestors and being homeless and nothing like that. Nothing. Not even on a comparable level. But after going through stuff in my own life and some sorts of abuse, stuff like that, I felt more connected in this like sort of like, I don't know. It's ghostly, man. It's haunting to think that people can't look at a child and go, do you know what? It's a kid. You know, I don't understand it more with adults, but I mean, people are less compassionate towards adults in a way. We're all adults, you know what I mean? But children, we're wired to see a child and think vulnerable, look after them, and to have the opposite come out of that, I can't even imagine it. But then people don't understand like the anger that causes. I will fully lay down anything I have to fight for the right cause and like saying that was an injustice. So maybe injustice is being committed now, who knows? I'm not speaking, I'm not saying anything. Allegedly, I don't know, whatever. I'm not getting involved with it, but we can speak about and I don't agree, as I said, I don't agree with it. If there is, I don't agree with it. That's just me. I never stand by it, even if it means I'm at risk, which I am every day. Don't care. Like people tell me, am I scared? I don't have a frontal lobe. So if anything, be real with people. 4 years, well, no, that's longer than that. So 4.5 years ago, 5 years ago, I drank bleach. I was done. I'm not saying people do it. I had to get my stomach pumped. My point is, I'm not afraid of that. Which that's the main thing. People who are trying to use a fear tactic to scare me. No. Wasting your bloody energy, man. But still, all the same. Oh, 100%, yeah. See, I was gonna say it will be in my DNA, and then obviously through my own life. I can't even. I'm writing a book at the moment. I'm on chapter 4. I cannot say on live what happened to me when I was younger because it will just not be allowed. But it is what it is. Yeah, 1 second. %. But see, that's what I mean. The generational trauma's there. Like you've got generational trauma, but at the same time, you've also got like this. I've had this belief. I mean, realistic. I don't even know. People want to sit there and say that Jews like supreme or whatever. My parents would have been closer in heritage, right? Yet they were junkies. No prospects of a life at all. Couldn't even look after their kids. How can you sit there and say, oh, then they think they're superior? No, they clearly didn't. Like, I also just like having curly hair before I even realised I grew out, got really ringletty, and then people would start saying stuff as I was growing up. I was like, wait, what? Why am I getting this? And I went and spoke to her, and it was like, well, yeah, it's heritage. So I was like, oh, well, that makes sense. Curly hair. We don't like you. Okay, all right. It's all good. Anyway, my favourite skateboard was my own one. Not joking. My favourite skateboard was probably an Impact skateboard. It should be my own, but realistically, they've done a great job over at Impact Skateboard. My favourite fingerboard was mine, but it's because it's the only one I have. So I'm biased there, unfortunately. But yeah, I feel like I'm just putting as much work, hard effort, as much effort as I can into the boards, really. It's about quality. And I think people say that potentially, what, I'm evil. This last thing I sound before I go for a cigarette. Yeah, I'm the one that's trying to not mess over people. I'm trying to one that's bring good deals and I'm not thinking about money. I mean, yesterday I had a bit of an issue with the website. It's like asking me like the domain. It was like £150 for the domain, having the website. I'm like, I didn't have that much money to spend, but the website needs to be open. That was my promise. I'm gonna have the website there. That is literally what I promised. Even if I have to like sacrifice stuff out of my own stuff. Does not make you not a nicer person. So you can't. What am I comparing it to? Nothing. But that doesn't make me a nasty person, evil, only caring about money. There's no reason. There's no. residual energy. There's nothing there of that, you know. If anything, I just feel like the opposite. As soon as I start to see money and those that come in, I just see like, oh, I could do this, I could do that, and it's like, oh yeah, that's the route to evil. You kind of see it. Not saying money's bad. It can be bad. Depends who's in what hands. You know what I mean? Depends who's got money. No, I appreciate that. I really do. You're a legend, man. Honestly, really respectful. And like, yeah, I do. The reason I do is because I don't want other people to feel like. At the end of the day, evil will win if you let it win. That's all I'm saying. You know, you can't let evil win in the world. Like, for example, I put my partner above me. I put like anyone above me if I can. That makes you automatically a caring person. But at the same time, I'm not like. All I can say is that in the UK, yeah, you can be armed. I'm literally have a license, so you are allowed to. And all these things. But my point is, it's not about that. Like, I'm at peace of mind already. If I knew that I have to do something, then I would. Like, there's so many people. You can call it bad. This is a bad side of me, but I would use that angry side that just would run as somebody, regardless of the outcome of me. But like, we're going down together, sort of thing. And I don't care. And I think the reason I don't care is because I've already been dead. I've got resuscitated. So I ain't scared of that again. It's like going back to sleep again. So. But some other people like claim that they're not scared of it. And I think they are deep down a little bit. You know, they claim that they're not, but you know, realistically, you just don't want to have a frontal lobe. That's what you want to do. If you don't want to feel fear as much, don't develop one of those. But unfortunately, that's pretty hard to prevent. So anyway, I see it. The more point is as well as I see it as a really deep hidden blessing because I am a threat in this world. I am in danger. And why on earth would I want to be in fear all the time? That would be terrible. I'm happy I don't give a shit. I'm happy that I'm willing. Freeze and flight doesn't happen for me. I'm straight at it. Even if my brain's screaming at me like, what are you doing? It's happening, right? That's just it. That's who I am. I also don't feel like I need to put this deep voice on as a guy. I feel like I don't need to go to the gym to get these muscles. I can already. If you want to go watch a video I posted, I'm literally it was like me boxing. You can hear how hard the punch is. Like, I don't know what it is. I used to be 16 stone when at one point I lost so much. Don't see that loose skin. I lost so much muscle, but I've got muscle memory, man. You start to, as you get older, you do start to. I'm not old man, but you do start to pick up more strength as you get older. Anyway, you just as you're getting older, I can max out the hip abductors. So with my legs, I can pop someone's head off like a flipping Lego head, like generally. And there's go back. I applaud people to watch the video if they want to. I'm not just trying to say it. So at the end of the day, I'm not in fear. I'm just more pissed off. And I think understandably so. And I look around, I see people causing issue after issue after issue, and I'm like, will you please just flipping stop? But what can we do? At the end of the day, enjoy your lives. That's all you can do. Try and enjoy your lives, have a good day. That's all that matters. Because you're never promised tomorrow anyway. So, like, what's the point in trying to live out this crazy, you know what I mean? Just really live in the moment. Really live in, and that doesn't mean go crazy and spend all your money, get a mortgage out, like, yeah, Josh said to do it, I'm doing it. I'm like, no, like, you know, I mean, you always wanted to go for a swim in the sea, you know, on a Saturday in the morning when it's cold, just to refreshen yourself up a little bit. Don't be messing yourself over and then blaming me financially for it. I'm not having that. But yeah, to quickly go for this. One second. I'll let you finish your thought. So I thought, I read another message. Like, did I read that one before? Yeah, I did. The world was never sugarcoated for me. That's the only way I can put it, and I'm blessed about it. So when people sit down, I'm not asking for boo-hoos, because if anything, it'd be more of a boo-hoo if everything was such a shock to my system. Because PTSD makes people think like they're going to be like in the corner of a room, like maybe when you're younger, but when you get older, it comes out more as anger and rage and why do you think so many people who are in prison who have got PTSD don't end up being cowards? They end up getting longer time because they've actually had to defend themselves, and they will do. You become a lot more potentially violent out of just if necessary, because your brain, you can't blame it. Look at a lion, right? It gets attacked. It didn't do its best. It tried, but it felt like it didn't need to give it all. It gave it like 50%, right? It realizes it nearly got messed up, so next time it's going to have to give it 100%. So that's a learning curve, and that's exactly what humans. We try and act like we're superior, and no, we're still animals, people. Do you know what I mean? It's going to happen, unfortunately. Raw. Wait. Yeah, that's it, 100%. And like I've said to people, like, it's crazy. I've told my partners that, look, if I say I'm getting a boat, we're going, right? There's no questions. You fill up the caddy with loads of, you know, cans of food and stuff like that. Take some battery back just so you have GPS. I mean, I know it literally take you probably a good, like, month or two to probably get just over the... What is that? So there's a weird bird out there, like a mohawk, like a yellowish mohawk. What was that? It was sick. Need a sailboat. No, like I said, it'd be a case of going down to a harbour and just getting in a boat. I mean, there'd be people worrying about too much other than that, I can tell you now. I'll try and get like part, you know, one that can sail and part one that can, has petrol at least, so I can, in the proper dire moments where there's no wind at all, or, you know, it would help. One second, something like this. Like, for example, I wouldn't want to do a kayak now, do you know what I mean? I know people have done that, I'm pretty sure they have, but still. And the funny thing is I actually don't know. I know about knots, I know about like depths and areas like that. You have like, you can see how deep you are and getting like, you know what I mean? But apart from that, oh, it'd be funny. I feel like I'd live stream it. I mean, there'd be too much panic going on anyway, but it's like, here we are, GTA on a boat. This is performed by professionals. Do not attempt this at home. Where would I go? Bro, I have no idea where I'd go. This is the point. I'd be like, I'm off. I'd be like, I'd go Greenland, Iceland, I'd go to Canada, I'd go like, so if I go parallel, I pretty much end up New York. And I know it'd be pretty much hard to because of currents and stuff like that. If I try and head straight west from where we are, kind of like anywhere between New York and Florida, really, kind of like, you know, so hopefully, I mean, I know it would take weeks, literally weeks, and I'm good with that. It's better than the outcome of being here, I tell you now. Life, things happen for a reason, do you know what I mean? And like, life gave me a real few curveballs, to say the least, and from that, don't come over here. No, don't worry. I know there's plenty of issues over it, so I mean, I want to go somewhere like seems like uninhabited, do you know what I mean? Oh, do you know how far New Zealand would? That would honestly take me way too long. I'd have to, I'm trying to think of where I'd have to go, because I'm quite good with geography. I'd have to go down through, I'd have to go past Portugal and Spain, I'd have to go past France, I'd have to go underneath Spain, and above Africa. Just so, I'm not going to say like, be respectful. Wait, what do you mean? Oh, I understand it, bro, but I mean, you're not understanding, like, people over here are blowing up Jewish buildings and ambulances, and I'd rather take my chances on the ocean, to be honest with you. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's just how it is. And when people, I will be respectful, but at the same time, are people being respectful about me? Are people being respectful to our country? So, I'll be respectful wherever I go, that's no doubt about it. You know what I mean? I'm not just going to try and sneak out, but look, at the end of the day, I had to flee. I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, in America, you have offered asylum to British Jews, so I could just take that. I just need a little blood test. But last time they got people onto trains and stuff, it didn't end so well, so I don't trust shit. It's called take initiative and do it yourself. I've like my main plan. I was gonna try and get a business visa and go to Canada. Colorado seems quite nice with the mountainscapes and stuff like that. I don't know. It's a difficult one. It definitely will be happening, but I said it would be a case of where I'm going last minute. I really should think about it first, but I mean, things are always changing. Do you know what I mean? Things are always changing. Like they could declare like in multiple places that there's something going on. I don't like saying what because obviously I'm not trying to like touch wood, knock on wood, but I mean I feel like if people have any knowledge of history, they'll have an understanding. That's just the truth of it. It's not like rocket science to figure stuff out. And there's a good saying, if we do refuse to learn from history, we are doomed to repeat it. And we will. That is happening. So, but this time we've got to remember, as someone said earlier, my ancestry and trauma and stuff like that persists, and my own. So this time, it would not be so easy. Just saying. Because I mean, the thing is, like, that kind of going to get breathed off. Ooh. Anyway. Yeah, that's what I mean. There's so many issues, really, everywhere. I'm not expecting to go somewhere it's like, hey, paradise, right? But, yeah. I'll be honest with you, you've got the issue though over in New York at the moment, haven't we? I can't even say what. I can't say it's so annoying. This is why I am going to actually start streaming on my website. I'm gonna have a, you know how Rumble, how like Russell Brand, who people sit there and go, oh, he's just, I'm sorry, but that's clearly sort of lies now because they try everyone that they try to, who tries to expose them, they try to shut them down. But why has there been no arrests? Why is there no furthering? Like, it's bullshit. It's, in my opinion, I'm sorry, that guy, yes, he was very inappropriate in his time, but one, it was a time period, it was his character. He's come out and he said, like, he's been honest about it and being, like, most people, like Savile, let's just say, I don't know, weren't ever honest about it or that side of it. I know that he caught afterwards, I know it's very different, but I'm just saying, I just feel like it feels a bit suspicious, right? When someone's openly like, yeah, I'm a flirty guy, you wouldn't be that, it draws too much attention to yourself. Do you know what I mean? In a way. Oh yeah, 100%. It's awful. That's cool, man. I'd love to live there. Wait. I'd love to go Maui. So, like, honestly, surfing. Oh, beautiful, man. Honestly. What was I going to say? I forgot what I was saying now. Oh well. Get me off this ride. Oh right, yeah, 100%. Like I say, unfortunately, I'll be able to say what I want to say on my on the live stream on my website because I mean, yeah, it's obvious. I can say what I need, but I just can't on here. It's an unfortunate thing. And it is not a case of, it is purely a case of like, I'm not shooting myself in the foot here, right? That's it. Because I mean, I am literally so mad. People, oh bro, they mad. It's all good. Right, what time was it? So I might actually go to the cash point, sort something out quick, come back, and get a breather for myself, calm down. To be fair, that's what I'm thinking. Not comedy aspect, but so much of like, I don't know, putting a funny spin on it. It's dark. It's dark. I have really, really, really dark humour. Like, it's messed up. But what do you get when you? But it's using it in the right way in it, and I'd only ever go against my own issues. I'm like not going to go against anyone else's. Like mock yourself. That's the biggest strength in life is being able to like laugh at your own and actually mean it, not like, yeah, or you're going to cry, like actually find yourself funny because you're stupid sometimes. Oh, 100%. I do like to keep it satirical. Yeah, that's the best way to put it, honestly. It's a bit like Ricky Gervais. I feel like I'm very much like I would be on the ball with him. In the sense of like talking about like, you know, when he done the Golden Globes, oh man, that was hilarious. That is it. That's what I'd be like. I'd be like, oh, shut up. You're all friends with him. You know it. You know what I mean? Because I don't care. Because when you've been on the bottom end of society, I'm not going to like butt kiss and lick up your shoes or whatever the saying is. You know what I mean? Shine your shoes and respect something. I mean, look at the royal family. It's in shambles, right? Everything's in shambles, which is good because it means you can now feel good to be a normal person. Before it's like, oh, do you know what? I wish I had this Hollywood life. I bet you don't now. If you do, see a therapist. But you know what I mean? Like how it's like if I went to a party, so I was like, right, this is the buffet. I'm like, put me on the menu. Take my eyes away, take my brain away. I don't want to see this. How can you be complacent? And as people go, oh, some of it's bullshit. Did you see what the building was in Brussels? Did people see that building that was in the embassy in Brussels? That is messed up. That is messed up. And if you don't know what it is, please go look it up. Why would you have that? Why, you know what I mean? All I was, actually, I can say it because it's facts. It's a picture of people, the C word, but not the swear word, the other one, eating, right? Yeah. The young, let's say, bro, what the, no. I walk into, that's literally, that is Jeffrey's art. That is like the sort of art he would have. Freaky, weird, unnerving, unsettling. Now there's dark comedy, and this is what I was going to get to the point of. And then, imagine, but it's just a laugh. I'm like, bro, there's comedy and there's that. Right. I happily mock it because I'm like, at the end of the day, my belief is this isn't the only world. They try to take power. If they take me out of this world, cool. I just go and be at peace in the world I'm meant to be in. Like, really, that you know, and that's the good thing about faith as well. You cannot destroy faith. I mean, people can try, and people have, I guess, succeeded in some people, but your faith can't be that strong. That's all I'm saying. It was a pleasure too, man. I hope you have a good one. Oh, that's it. It's a dark comedy. It's a say. There's a what's it called? There's a word I'm trying to think of. I don't even know. Just gotta laugh though. Don't laugh, you cry. But at the end of the day, I mean, as I said, just feel, at least feel better to be you, right? I mean, I know some people didn't care and want like that famous life, but people are like, oh, look how nice it is to have like this yacht and millions of pounds. And I mean, didn't it always seem a bit sus at movies? Like they're like, oh yeah, this movie costs like 300 million to make. I'm like, what? How? Who's what? Who? See how confused I am? I don't even know what to say. Like I'm sat there like, okay, so that's for, you know, that's partly probably paying for like a Diddy party and stuff like that. Like that's like, it's almost like it's washing money. That's how I see it. That's what's been going on because there's no way a movie makes that much. Like, yes, you make a lot of money from box office sales and like people going to the cinema. You do, granted. But then how does somebody have that much money to have studios, to have millions and millions and millions, to pay their staff all day, every day, artists, animators, music, like everything, music, techie, lights, everything. Yeah, it's sus. Because I mean, I work my ass off, right? I work my ass off, and I don't have nowhere near. I know it's different, but I'm not even close. Not even close to having a Nissan Micra, which is the worst car you can probably get in the UK. So I have no idea there. You really start to like think about it. Okay, I feel like maybe movies could be $1 million or two to make, maybe a few. Because I mean, think about that's a lot of money still. If you've got like 4 million, but 300 million. That's like nearly $500 million. How can you, that's the same amount that Apple made like about 10 years ago. After years and years in one movie before it's even been made and sold yet. That doesn't make sense. And no one questioned it. Sus. Unbelievably sus. Oh, that is literally what I've said. I don't do nothing. I do, bro. I actually have my own company. I'm a CEO and founder of Skate Addiction. and I'm an international company now because I make sales all around the world, from Hong Kong to the US. So yeah, and it's not about money because I'm not rich. So no, I don't do nothing that says I don't make big bucks. No, I'm just a nice business guy who cares about my community. There's a difference. But I do quite a bit. But bro, what it sounds like is cash. It's your typical case of projection here, right? So are you sure you don't do nothing and you're mad about it, right? Because if so, maybe get off your ass and do something about it. You know, life doesn't. You don't get anywhere in life sitting there slating other people. Did you know that? It's wonderful. You can, to a degree, like I'm saying about, you know, the elites and stuff like that. It's a little bit different because I'm like, we've been told to respect the elites, and now I'm like, well, great, I don't at all. Who does? I mean, is that wrong or is that factual? I mean, like, but doing the right thing. Okay, they put technology and screens in front of kids' faces. They give us pills and tablets and medications and get us addicted and mess with our mental health and do war and warmonger, and they do way more shit than they do good. Yet, do you get where I'm coming from? So when people say you're not doing anything, by getting up in the morning, right, and just going about your life, you're already doing better than like 80% of some of the people who are just going out the way to destruct, like make life a misery for people. And the reason I always say to people, don't worry about war. Have you heard about warmongering, right? It's literally just a case of scare people enough to buy your arsenal, you know, buy the, you know, buy artillery, you know, buying bombs, buying defence, and defensive weapons and offensive weapons and stuff like that. So it's a case of no one would buy it if they didn't think that there was a risk of war. So they scare it a little bit. But I mean, when has the world ever been fully destroyed? It hasn't. So just that's one thing to tick off the panic list, I think. Not 100%. I'm just saying I think, because I mean, realistically, history, like I said, repeats itself, and it is. But it's never done that. So why would it? I don't know. Just try not panic too hard. But all I can say really before I go out for Surah is nothing. Awkward silence. I leave you with that. I'm joking. My brain's all over the shop today. One second. No, they don't at all. That's it. I feel sorry to hear that, but that's the truth, isn't it? You do your ass. It's like no one cares until it's missing. Like there was a time when I had to take my website down and stuff like that, and then people going like, "Where has he gone? Why is he not coming on alive?" And I'm like, well, people just expect me to do stuff for free and give stuff and like do a kickflip, do a fucking kickflip, do it, and if I don't do it, and whatever, and then people just rude, anti-Semitic, all these things, and I'm, you know, cool, brush it off, deal with it. But I get what you mean. It's very difficult sometimes, to be honest, to give you all when people just feel like, you know, you're just being taken for a mug almost, really. But fair play to you. That's really cool. That's sick. Respect for that. No one ever respects it. I mean, look at all artists. You know, you're more famous when you pass away. That's just the truth of it. You know, every single artist. There's not one artist that has never been big. Like, yeah, there are people who are big now, like TikTok or, you know, Spotify artists or whatever, that are a little bit smaller. So granted, they probably may have a bit more. It's almost better to actually be small scale because you're loved in the moment. If it's so big and uncompressed, like, you know, people just almost take you for granted. Like you're not human. You just make music. Where's a new album? Why is she not broken up with somebody yet so she can make a new album? Come on, like, we don't think about it as a person who's got heartbreak. Talking about Taylor Swift here, I'm not going to go at her, bless her. But you know, as soon as she makes an album about being in love, everyone's having a go at her. I'm like, where is her life? She wants to do something, she can do something. But people don't have this control over you because they believe like they've been seeing your, like, you know, films, music, footage, whatever product for so long that they have a right to say over it. Well, that's completely wrong. You don't. No one has a right over it other than the actual person. And as I say, it's quite funny because I noticed that when I said I'm going to have to take down the shop at one point, people literally went and bought boards and said, I'll help. So it really is a case of like, when people don't realise what they've got until it's gone. That's it. And you can put, you know, how you put it there is just the best story kind of scenario, but just says it as it is. People are nasty, and sometimes, so I always say to people, you've got to find self-respect. You can't, it's like going around like, you know, people will see you. You could lay down, there's a video of this guy doing it, he's like laying in the middle of a shopping centre. People look at him for a second and get on with their lives. People think everyone's so, well, look how many things I said that could be like a controversial opinion maybe or something like that, but no one gives a shit. Because it's just everywhere. That's life. I mean, like, no one cares. So even when you're doing something, it's basically just walking down the road wearing maybe like, I don't know, odd socks or something that you think looks different. No one gives a shit. They say that, believe me. Like, and if they care, and that much, then they have too much time on their hands. Because the rest of us know it's just impossible to. I agree with that. I should start charging for thick tricks, shouldn't I? I mean, seriously, because I go on other lives, it's like a rose for a kickflip. I don't know it's a different platform, but you know what I mean? But it's a piss take, man. I mean, people just, because I'm like, well, why can't you make any more boards? And I'm like, well, I'm not rich, you know, I wish, but only so I could, not rich, but enough money to be able to just keep doing this. That'd be amazing. That is my goal, my dream. Definitely. Right, I did wash my hands. I'll just flush the toilet again before people ask. My business anyway, no, I'm joking. I was going to say, would people want to see a podcast, right? And like I got guests on, because now I have a business, I'm pretty sure I can get in contact and be like, would you come on my podcast? I'm pretty sure they would. Especially as people in the skate community. Imagine if I got to a point where I got like, I don't know, Tony Hawk over or something. Like that would be, I don't think I'd be able to do the live. I'd be sat there like, it'd be like, you're right. I'm like, yeah, I just pissed myself a little bit. Like, you know what I mean? That's the thing, you always get humbled, no matter what you do. There's always someone better than you in life and someone you look up to as well. But that'd be amazing, that'd be absolutely incredible. If we continue with this growth, I'm sure by a year, it could be possible, for sure. Because there's other people like Dan Webb's a great skater, but he focuses way more on his skating, which I respect, but I can't skate like that anymore. But I'm like, I would love to, I can talk. I can talk now, after my muscles have changed. It's gone from my legs to my mouth. Yeah, I'm doing good. How are you? Welcome. Wait, I'll be back. That's a good man. 100 likes. Yeah, right. 100 likes. 100,000 likes. But no, seriously. What was I going to say? I forgot. No. I would love to do a podcast like that. I think that'd be really fun. Speak to my partner about it and be like, I've got, you know, it'd be, I don't even know. I'm like Tony Hawk's one where he done it with like, but it wouldn't just be about skating, it could be literally about anything. People just like listening to people chat shit about life. Not about like, well, yeah, I guess. That's perfect. But I really want a nice little kind of like cozy setup with like some like, you know, those big chairs facing each other. That's what I want. Proper like, and I'm gonna need to get a whole set. I mean, I might have to try and do like a second loan for my business. And don't worry, like I'm smart. That's why I say I help people with businesses if they want help. How to get loans you don't have to pay back. It's not a loan, it's like an investment essentially into your business, but like not like they own anything over you either. They just do it out of good faith because you show. It's hard, but it works. Yeah, that's what I mean. To be fair, I could actually have them come on a video call. I think that'd be really funny. Just be like, look, I generally would have like if it was someone like that came on live on that days. Like a kid person. something. Oh, there we go. Found. Right. I will come back on the live in about 10 minutes, guys. Yeah, roughly about 10 minutes. I just want to go out and have a scrapies or something because it's been a long morning. I haven't had anything. I've had cigarettes. I'm struggling. Whew. But yeah, I can't remember what I was saying now. So I say because when you'll notice I start to like dip and waver because my brain starts thinking about it. Can only think about this. Oh, here we go. Here's the police. They're here to arrest me. Proudly, bro. Proudly. I stand on what I say. Anywho, what was I going to say? Oh well, as I say, I will be back on. So I know I said I'm getting so bad with things, right? Not like saying I'll be on live at this time or something like that. Every time, my dog. The only way I can describe it is like she is obviously quite attached to my partner. So when my partner's at work, she just, and I leave the flat for like just 2 seconds because I have to. I don't want to smoke. So like she just sometimes has a bit of a breakdown. Bless her. So trying to like make sure she's okay, but at the same time she's got to be told off at the moment because she. So pretty much she is smart. She's not stupid. She pisses on anything that's not the sofa because she doesn't. She's realised when she pisses over, she'll have on something else. She'll be bathed, dried off, and then put on the sofa, and that becomes her bed again. But if she messes up on the sofa because she has done before, it really annoys us because she clearly has a weak bladder and she can't hold all night always. It doesn't even matter if you take her at like 12 o'clock. I don't know what it is. She just can't, bless her. It's not every time, it's sometimes, but she just didn't bother getting off the sofa. But she had moved over to the other end of the sofa, so it wasn't a case of like she'd done it in her sleep. She'd done it, and then I'm like, you could have jumped down. But like, because I don't like telling her off if she's anxious, because it's not her fault. We don't, you can't communicate with them. You don't know if they're really like. But at the same time, you can't let them think that everything's like fun and games. Because her tail starts wagging as well, and she's like, "Oh, like no, you need to know that this is a punishment, because otherwise, what's the point in it, right?" And dogs actually only have like don't remember why they're being punished always. So sometimes it doesn't become about that one punishment. It's like, no, this is where you have to stay to realise your actions, because longer term things kick in when they start to. That's how training, like toilet training kicks in, because they start to recognise that pattern. But it's normally long term, so that's why you have to do things long term. But people give in so easily to their animals. They're like, oh, fine, but you can't, because that's the whole game plan with them. They're smart. They know what they're doing. Anyway, guys, I will be back. Yeah, to be fair, we did try that one point, but she'll just get them off because she didn't like them on. But I'm like, well, if you don't like them on, then go to the toilet like an adult. Obviously, I'm joking, right? As I said, it could be a bladder issue. I have no idea what. It's got better, but the fact is, it's from 11 o'clock at night sometimes, or 10 o'clock at night until 3 in the morning, 4 in the morning when we get up. That is a ridiculous amount of time for a dog. Like, dogs should be able to get through the night, maybe from, let's say, 9 to 6 in the morning, 7 when people get up, 6 or maybe even 5, I don't know, but that's still good, a lot. That's a good, I can think of the amount of hours then. Damn it. It's a good, 8 hours, right? It's a good-ish. And there's plenty enough time for the dog to not need to go to the toilet. And then I said, so when she's on the sofa, she doesn't ever go to the toilet, right? Unless obviously there's an accident. Bless her. Yeah, just overwhelmed by it all at the moment. Sorry guys, but anyway, I really do appreciate the support. Hopefully when I come back, I'll have a little bit more life in me, because that's all I can think about right now. It's going out for this flipping scrapies. This is my point of how it is still addictive. When people go, it's not addictive. I'm like, well, it is. You can't sit there and tell me it's not addictive. It is addictive. Like, arguably, I think I sometimes I feel like, because I use it in medicine, so there's no real need for me to feel like I need to stop it. But there's some people I've heard say they've actually found it harder than many things, which makes me wonder, like, okay, cool. It's not a harmful thing, so to speak. It's never unalived anybody and all this stuff. It's used for many reasons, but obviously it's going to be difficult when you come off. But I think the reason being for that is because we rely on it so much, but not in an addictive sense, purely because our body. Have you noticed how we're allergic? People can be allergic to dust, flipping anything, like kiwis, strawberries, certain types of sap and bark and dust and everything. Where no one is fully, like, anaphylactically allergic to medical broccoli. Not one person. Does that not make you think like, people are allergic to peanuts, bro? How are people not allergic to one little, like this one plant that has such strong effects? And that we have endocannabinoids in our body which are for consuming. Interesting, don't you think? I mean, it's obviously the biggest cover-up ever. You can go look up why it was made legal. Racist reasons, straight up. And of course I'm against racism because anti-Semitism is racism. So I'm dumb as shit. Adios. No, it's all good. Yeah, definitely. That last one, it is, isn't it? It's like a blanket to keep you like steady-minded for a second, or like. I don't ever think you should use it in the moment of spiraling, or because that would be worse because you need it then when you're struggling because you can't cope without it. I'd always say if you're really struggling with anything, disconnect everything and just breathe as deep as you can. And think about blank space. If you can't think about nothing, think about a blank space, emptiness, because that blank space is like a clear space for your mind to think about things more clearly. If you're sitting here looking around at a messy room or something like that, you'll freak out more because your brain's seeing the mess. And trust me, psychology behind it's so true. That's why tidy your room, tidy your mind. But if you say you can't tidy like me, I've got work stuff all over, then just take a breathing break. Do you know what I mean? It really does work. Yes, sir. I love that. I love it when people say that. It's probably my favourite American, like, slang word. I don't know, sentence. I don't know. I love it when they do it. People are like, oh, it's not even that new, bro. But I'm like, no, it's newer. But I'm like, have you guys taken it? Not you, but I mean, was it more in the, I don't know, like, you know, African American communities originally, and like, do you know what I mean? I'm confused because it's a bit like over here. People say wagwan or something like that. Not so much anymore, but that's not. You know, there's words that have been changed. Like Bumba Club, which means actually like a bloody this toiletry. You know what I'm on about. Some people call something that. I'm like, do you actually know what that means? It's quite funny, but anyway, yeah. So I'm like, I wonder if that is what it is. It's a word because I remember skaters saying it when I skated, and then I looked up and I couldn't even find it in like an Urban Dictionary or something. Like, just yeah, but I guess it's like 2 words. But then finally, a few years later, somebody said it, like someone who was in a skate, and I was like, that's it. That's what I heard someone say. It was yes, sir. Like, yes, sir. That's how they said it. Like, yes, sir. So I think I remember saying to the guys like, wait, so you can do that over here? And he was like, yes, sir. And then he just, yeah, I was like, I'll go on. It's so satisfying. But anywho, I will honestly, I know I say, guys, I'll be back on. I'm terrible. Give me this one more chance. I will. I just need this, and then I'll be back on. I've been trying to push, as I said, as long as I can this morning. Without it, I can't. My brain's like, literally, I'm walking around, but my brain's like 20 paces ahead. It's like, and I'm like trying. I think that's why I have to move, because it's like what my brain's doing. So it's like, it just, you kind of have to have them in sync.